Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, depending on where the world you are joining me from. If you're catching this live, please do say hi. If you catch it later, then please do let me know that you've managed to catch this video. I hope you enjoy. So all I've done with this kit is basically take the cellophane off on the outside and the inside, because nobody needs to see me battle with cellophane. So this is a Little Smile card kit. So it comes beautifully boxed, and we have some thread. Ooh, we have a little wallet. Ooh, we have 3 little envelopes. Oh no, 4 little envelopes. We have a Coastal Cabana stamp spot. We have a lovely little stamp set that we have Just a Little Smile. My day is better because of you. Thank you, it means so much. You are amazing and you made my day special. So I'm going to tear the coating off that one. We have a little stamp block that comes with the kit. I have 3 little green envelopes. Put those with my other envelopes. Then I have some little cards. So I have, let's see what we've got. I think we've got 2 of each. Yep. So we've got a little range of cards. Ooh, we get sparklies. They're rather lovely, aren't they? And then we have some plain labels and some labels. So these are pre-cut, so we just have to stamp on them. We have some trees and some leaves. We have a pattern thing. We'll find out what that is, won't we? And I'm guessing some coral on, that is kind of a vellum paper. These are our glue dots. That was our bit of card to keep it all together, and in the bottom of the box. So what I'm going to do today is I am going to follow the instructions. That's a random thing to do, isn't it? So, yes. Oh, should have had 4. Oh, yes, I have got 4 green envelopes as well. So, you can see the cards on the front there. So this contains all your instructions. So it goes 1, 2, 3, 4 cards, and you can essentially make 2 of each. So that's all our kit contents, as I have just revealed. So let us start with number 1. Ooh. So it even tells you exactly where to put the glue dots, so that's rather exciting. So, right, let's pick this little card is the background that we're using. So we're just going to fold that. And then it asks for one of these little vellum cutouts. So essentially I'm going to stick that on the front there. Now it's guided you to pop 3 glue dots on the back. So I'm going to suggest that what we're looking for is the bigger bits. Oh, the glue dot stuck to my thumb. So I'm trying to do it as a non-crafter. I'm not going to make it. I'm going to make an assumption that you have nothing you can use, so you might, if you have any sort of sharp tool, then you can use that to pick up those glue dots and place them in position. But if you don't have, you can see that it is possible to do it with your fingers. So we peel the backs off those little glue dots. Easier said than done when you haven't got nails. And then essentially we stick that on the front of the card. So then it's asking for two of my little, oh no, a little sparkly God, my brain's gone dead. And a leaf. Starfish. That was a complete brain fail, wasn't it? So again, it's telling us to use 2 glue dots. So we take 2 little glue dots and stick them on the back. So this would be the only thing potentially that you do need to have a bit of dexterity for. A lot of these kits are going to be suitable for any age, and if you've got a child who loves to be creative, I think these are fantastic. And then it's saying just 1 glue dot on the leaf. So I'm going to kind of put that about in the centre as it suggests. Take the back off. Oh, off there. And then that leaf goes across like that. So full instructions are given. You absolutely can... I've lost my labels already. Where did I put them? They're in my little pile. There we go. So this is suggesting a white label. So we take the Coastal Cabana ink spot. I always find these really hard to open. You might need a sharp pair of scissors just to run along. Essentially the lid just comes off. So there's our little ink dot. So this is our block and our little stamp set. It is saying just a little smile. Smile. Yep, just a little smile. There we go. So that you place onto the stamp set, onto the block even. Then you are literally just popping that across the ink, and you can see how that ink has been picked up onto that stamp, and then all those have stuck to my arm. Let's get those out of the way. Doesn't matter if they get stuck to your arm when they're not inky, but if they are inky, you need to be a little bit careful. So then we're just placing that. Hopefully you can see them on screen. So you just place that, and that's going to transport that ink onto that little panel. So we've got just a little smile. Then it's suggesting 3 glue dots right the way across. So 1, 2, 3. I've left the glue dot behind. But these kits are fantastic. If you haven't got any crafting kit, you can create these cards with everything that's in the kit. If you've got crafting kit, you can add to it all you wish. So I'm going to cover that little ink spot up before we get into an inky mess. And then we need a 30 centimetre, it says. So I mean, literally it's giving you everything. So it doesn't tell you how to find the end of the thread, of course. Let's see if we can find the end of said thread. I've got a feeling it's in that note. I can... Ha! There we go. So 30.5 centimetres. So you can, if you so wish, measure that. I'm going to measure it 10, 20, 30. I'm not going to worry too much about it. Obviously you do need a pair of scissors to cut that. Then essentially it's suggesting a bow. So actually I'm just going to, blimey, 30.5 gives me a very long tail. Just gonna so I literally just took 2 hoops, looped them together. So a bit like tying a shoelace almost. But as you can see, it does give you quite long taily bits, so you've got to consider that, getting that into the envelope. So I'd say I would probably do it shorter myself, but let's follow the instructions because that's what we're there for. And then we're there to show what you can create with this little kit, which is only £18. So do your bow as big or as little as you want. And it's suggesting a little glue dot and then to pop it on to your card. So a little glue dot in the centre of the knot, and it's suggesting it sits just there. But you can see, either I went completely crazy and cut loads longer than 30.5 centimetres, but that is now the only challenge I have potentially is putting it in the envelope. Oh, I don't know which envelope to put it in. Oh, it's suggesting it goes with this envelope. So number 1 fits into that envelope, and I love that little starfish coral, whatever that is, thing. So because those strings are quite long, it's obviously quite difficult to get into the envelope. So I am just going to cut those little taily bits shorter so that they come up, and then literally that just pops into that little envelope, all ready to send someone a little smile. So that's card number 1. So what we do need to do is take that off our block, pop it back onto there. Oh, fly flying around. So card number 2 is that card base, that envelope. I need a tree. So it just shows, if you read all the instructions properly, it tells you. So there we've got our little tree. Oh, no, she says, tree. It's brilliant having instructions, isn't it? Because the one thing you've got to do is realise you've got to follow them. I want my little, I think that is possibly one of those. Not sure. I'm probably going to stamp some of those actually. I need a little clear, actually I might put it on one of those. That label complements that background. So there we go, they've got my bits. So then we go to card number 2. So you've basically got, I would almost suggest, make the first 4 cards as instructed, and then maybe have a little play and just let your creativity go crazy. So, oh, that's interesting. Oh no, look, it's one of those. There you go. So again, folding our tree. So our little bit of coral gets a glue dot on the back. So a little glue dot at the root there. Do you get roots on coral? I think it probably is. I'm going to suggest that they are put on before the tree. You could try it differently if you wanted. So got my card opening the right way, which is always a winner. So I'm going to put my coral about there, then I'm going to put my tree on, then I'm going to put that, whatever that is, on. So again, glue dots, it's saying 3. One at the base of the tree. There. Oop. Doing well here, aren't I? Sticking them to my fingers. That one's rolled off and stuck to my finger. So yeah, these kits are brilliant for anyone that wants to give crafting a go, because it includes everything that you need. You don't need any other craft supplies. So whether it's a... I'm not doing very well in the glue dots. A dull day you want to entertain, or you just want to send people a smile with this kit. So we take the backing off our little glue dots. Oh, there we go. So then our tree, and who doesn't love a palm tree and all that that evokes? And then this, they're just saying 2 glue dots on the back there. I'm going to suggest that you're going to end up with an excess of glue dots, but I'm following the instructions. It's not the easiest thing for me to do, to be fair. David will tell you, following instructions is not my strongest suit. So then that little one goes slightly over the tree, about there. So then I want the "You are amazing." You are amazing, there it is. And my little tag. So again, this block, centre that. Take our little ink spot. So you're just dabbing it over the across the top of the ink dot, and you can see how it picks that colour up. Then stamping that onto the image, trying not to move it as you go onto it. Covering that up straight away. Then this is going to go across the card there, so it doesn't tell me how many glue dots, but we'll put 3 on the back because that's what all the others have done. So what? 1, 2, 3. Tops come off those little glue dots. And then that little label will sit across the card there. And then we want a little bow, and it's saying 30.5, but as I cut a bit off last time, I'm not going to do it quite so long. I just think whatever you fancy. Instructions are always just there as a guide, aren't they? That's the rebel in me, isn't it? So again, I'm just simply doing 2 loops, looping that through, and then just deciding how big a bow I want to make. And then again, we want a little glue dot on the reverse of that, and they're suggesting it sits just there. So again, you can see I'm gonna have a problem if I put that in the envelope. So I'm just going to make that slightly smaller, and I'm going to cut those bits slightly shorter so that it fits inside the envelope like that. So smile number 2. So number 3, and again if we refer to this, number 3, I need that card base, a envelope, I need a leaf, oh, bit of coral, and whatever that is. Just pretty. It's sparkly, that's the main thing as far as I'm concerned. So I need glue dots, and I need the sentiment, thank you, it means so much. So again, so these are what's called a photopolymer stamp, so that it's clear. So what that makes it easier to do is see where you're stamping. And oh, it's suggesting I use that one. So that's everything that I need. So let's go back to the instructions. So my glue dots have gone somewhere. Oh, right in front of my nose. Anybody screaming at me? Going, your glue dots are in front of your nose. So I have my little bit of coral. Hi Carol and Jane, thank you for joining me. I'm just showing one of our all-inclusive kits. So it comes with everything that you need to make 8 cards, and I'm literally following instructions, which isn't good for the rebel in me. I'm generally not very good at following instructions, but I'm trying to show how easy it is to create these cards for an absolute beginner. How are they getting that to go that way? I must have taken the wrong. Oh, look, there's two ways. My leaf is going up instead of down. There's 2 directions of leaf, but that's fine. Not going to worry about it. And on the back of this one we're putting 2 glue dots, if that's all in view, hopefully. So perfect for a beginner crafter. Fantastic as maybe a little gift for somebody you think might enjoy crafting. So put that there, so that's that. Then I've got my little label and my thank you. So I've got Coastal Cabana. Open my little ink spot. So it comes with a little small block, literally just adding that up. It's a very cloudy day today with me. The red arrows flew over earlier. Heard but not seen. So you can see again my little label. It says 3 glue dots. Cover our ink spot up. 3 little glue dots that get stuck to my fingers. So what you can do if you have got a tool. So really a thick needle, or it doesn't need to be a crafting tool, but if you did find you were getting glue dots stuck everywhere, so then the tops of those glue dots come off, those little white bits. And then just need to make sure my sentiment's the right way up, and my thank you so much just goes slightly above my little scene there. And then I'm going to do a shorter bit of this twine because the bows seem to be very big. It does say cut 30.5 centimetres, but oh, I'm down in Devon at the end of the month. I love Devon. Yeah, it's not, the sun's not made an appearance. It stayed behind the clouds. So there's my little bow. So again, a little glue dot on the back of my little bow. So just place it behind the knot. So it sticks to it. And then I stick that sort of there. Well, I think they flew over us at 2 o'clock because they're on their way from Devon to Shuttleworth, I want to say. Some other festival, but yeah. I heard the noise but didn't see them. I suspect my garden is slightly below the level of the fields that they literally flew past the end of our house. So I think because I was in the garden, I didn't see them. I mean, the other thing that you could do, obviously they have Stampin' Up have printed these with oh, did you see, you saw them, Jane? I was in the garden and heard them. But what you could do as well, just to not follow the instructions. I was trying. Too rebellious. But if you wanted to add a little extra embellishment, we could take that little coral and stamp on the front of the envelope. So again, take our little Coastal Cabana. Yeah, so they were flying from Devon to Shuttleworth or somewhere. What a small world that is, you see. Devon and Leighton Buzzard on the map for the Red Arrows. So there, that's how you would stamp a little extra bit of coral. Let the recipient know that there's something a bit special in their little envelope. So that is the 3 cards, and then I've got a 4th to make. So if I refer to my instructions as, oh no, that's number 1. Number 4, I've lost where I'm at now, hold on. Too many bits of paper. Oh, number 4, there we go. This is what I wanted. So I have one of the cards with the 2-tone. An envelope in the, I'm going to say Old Olive, I'm going to call that. Then the one I took out earlier. Look at that. My little sea thing. I need a starfish and a bit of coral. Bit of twine. My day is better because of you. My day is better because of you. On my stamp block. Oh, if you can see I've put that on wonky. Just make sure you do it straight when you do it on the label. It's suggesting a plain white label. But you've got 8 of each of those, and you've got 8 cards. And then obviously once you've made the cards, this stamp set you have forever and ever, for as long as you want to. So I need my glue dots, which I've just lost again. Somebody shout if they're somewhere really obvious. Honestly, she's got a kit and it's all in front of her, apart from her glue dots that she's just lost. Anyway, we'll find those as we're going to number 4. So instructions for number 4. Now, interestingly, oh, maybe I've got this little, I'm wondering if the idea of that is that you could make 4 of the cards and send them to someone, because that's definitely, I reckon that's, right, so I've got everything but my glue dots. Now, there they are. It's like crafting in a pickle. So number 1, so this, again, you can see glue dots, 2 bottom corners and on the bigger part of the tree. And obviously you do end up with all the little bits of glue dot all over your desk. I won't share with you what my desk actually looks like right now. One, 2, one up there. So yeah, I think we've got 10 different of these little kits. There's, I think, 3 or 4 that you don't need any stamping at all, and then the rest have a little bit of stamping. Glue dot stuck on my finger, not anywhere else. So we're lining that up on our picture, because then we get, so we line up to the edge of the card, line that up. Then we take so again, 2 glue dots on the back of our little starfish. And a glue dot on the base of there. The block does come with the kit. So yes, you've got everything that you need. Wow, that's fast. 35 minutes from Exeter. When I drive down to Devon at the end of the month, I would love it if I could get to Exeter in 35 minutes. It's going to take us a little bit longer. Well, and then we've got to go beyond Exeter as well. God, 35 minutes, wow. That is some speed, isn't it? So there's my starfish, my little bit of coral, and then my little label. So again, my little ink block. So we're just dabbing across the ink block so that the stamp picks that up. Lift that off. Then again, it suggests 3 glue dots on the back of the tab. So one either side and one in the middle. Stick that down. So then it's suggesting that sits at the bottom there, across the middle, across our beach and our bit of sea and sky, and then it wants another little bow. I mean, that's never 30.5 centimetres, is it? That's like 20 centimetres. They're very generous. But anyway, so again, I find the easiest thing to do. Yeah, exactly, Jane. That's what I think. A beautiful little gift for someone who's, you know, maybe wants to try it, wants to have a hobby to try. But I think as well for, you know, maybe teenage kids could do this. I don't think younger kids could with the glue dots. I think there would be an element of frustration occurring, possibly. But, you know, grannies and grandchildren, or, yeah, a lovely little gift. So then I have my, that's going to sit just there. But yeah, it comes with all the instructions. So you no previous crafting experience necessary to make these 4 little cards. So they are the 4 that I've made following the instructions. Well done, Marie, for following instructions. And I am wondering whether that little pouch... Oh my God, look, I've just realised there's a tape measure there. Oh my God, they thought of everything. Oh, inches, oh, centimetres, there we go. Look at, I literally, you don't even need a tape measure. So you need a pair of scissors. It's the only thing it doesn't have. And the only thing I can think is this little envelope. So what you could do, I'm wondering, look, I've made 4 of those little cards. So if I put them together, envelopes and, well, that's what I'm thinking. But I'm also thinking that if it wasn't someone that wanted to make the cards, it's like a little gift pouch with 4 little cards in. It's rather cute. Love it, love it, love it. So we've got loads of stamps that I haven't even used. So, do you know, oh no, I'm not going to do that. I want to see, I don't understand what this is. Well, obviously, I think it might be a bit of corally sort of thing. So, we followed the instructions for 4 cards. So I think I'm about following instructions. I'm done following instructions. But no, the instructions are brilliant for new crafters. But what I'm thinking is that's like a little corally sort of pattern. And what I'm also thinking, what you could do, and I think this might work, but so I've stamped off, I didn't re-ink that, so that you get a paler version of the stamp. And then You Made My Day Special, I think we'll use. So yeah, 8 cards. So I would suggest make 1 of each and then play. Or make 2 of each. Whatever you do, make sure you make them and send them. So what we can do is what I'm hoping will work. Is by stamp, I'd probably stamp it off at another. But you can see how I've stamped off the paler corally sort of thing. And then I've stamped on top with a full colour. So I am going to create one with this lovely vellum, which I'm going to put there. Then it's going to have that on there because that pattern sort of reflects. And I'm going to use a sparkly, whatever this is. So I'm thinking I could do a similar version to the one that we did do, but just do it slightly different. So again, just put a couple of glue dots on the back. Then I shall leave you to your Sunday. If you're watching this on Sunday, if you're catching it up later, then thank you, and that's brilliant. And hopefully you enjoyed your Sunday. I think the sun's trying to come out here. It's just not quite managing it. But the forecast is good. Got a day off on Tuesday, Ashridge House, gardens and plant sale, which I have to be realistic about how many more plants I can fit. I'm actually going to do that slightly off centre. Be realistic about how many more plants I can actually fit in my garden. But you can see there's plenty of glue dots, so if you do have a few glue dots that don't quite work right, then don't worry. There's plenty with the kit. So yes, it's an all-inclusive card kit. So I'm going to put that there. Then my little bit of coral. Put that there. So I think, particularly for new crafters, it's got all the extra instructions, but then on the second set you can have a play to your heart's content. So that's going to go there. Again, 3 little glue dots on the back there. Everything's sticking to everything. So glue. Sticky glue dots are sticking to my finger. Surprising how sticky they are, actually. Which is quite cool. It's quite handy, really, isn't it, when you're making cards and the things actually stick. It's a really handy way of using glue. So that then is just going to sit across about there. And then if I wanted to add another one of my little bows, then obviously we do have a tape measure on the card, I tell you. They think of everything. I was using my trimmer. So there we go, 2 bows. Well, it's not quite come out with me yet, Jane. Don't shout about having it at your end of Leighton Buzzard. It hasn't got to me yet. At least there's better weather forecast for the week, isn't there? And we've had a pretty lovely week this week, I think. So a little glue dot on the back of the thing. So I think Carol said it was sunny earlier in Devon. That took more than 25 minutes to get to us, didn't it? I'm going to put the bow there. So as you can see, I do just need to cut off those long bits, otherwise it just won't fit quite right in the envelope. But don't do them massively short, because it does sort of pop up. So there we go. There's a little off-pieced one. So yeah, so this little stamp set, obviously once you've got it, and you can use it again and again and again. And the little block. So yeah, brilliant kit, just add scissors. Alright, so hopefully you've enjoyed that. Thank you for joining me, and I will see you again soon. Take care. Bye bye.